Hey there everybody, it's Mike Delisio with another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing. Today we're going to be taking a look at Role Player Adventures, coming from Keith Mateka and James Ryan and Thunderworks Games. 1 to 4 players, 90 to 150 minutes. You may be familiar with the game Role Player, which is essentially a dice drafting game themed around creating an RPG character. That was then expanded into a game where you could use the character that you created to fight against some monsters. And this is something in a game that is in the same kind of universe, but is a standalone game that really is different from the other games. It is, as it says, a cooperative storytelling game for 1 to 4 players set within that world of Role Player. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a massive, massive box. It is barely able to fit within frame. It is also physically very heavy, so I'm sure it is filled to the brim with components. That being said, these unboxing videos are not meant to be comprehensive by any means. They are also not meant to be terribly long, so I will not be spending a lot of time on any of the components. We're going to just open the box. We're going to get an idea of what the game looks like, what the components look like, and that's about it. There's I would imagine, many, many cards. We're not going to be looking through all the cards. We're going to be getting just a bit of an idea here, okay? Because the scope of these videos are very different than something like a review, of course. All right? So we have, I think this is just probably to help for packing. It looks like that is the case. Yes. All right. Also, I'm going to try to be careful and realize that there are some potential spoilers in here with this being a storytelling game. So I'm going to try to be very careful about that. So here it looks like we've got some full color sheets that you will be potentially writing on. We've got a number of storybooks here. Look at that. That's a lot of storybooks. So let's just pop this open and we're going to take a quick look at one of them. I'm not going to even take all of the shrink off because I'll make it easier later on. So you've got a bit of an idea of what this is about. It tells you how to prepare for your first adventure here, the setup, and I don't want to go into too much more. Let me just kind of take this off camera. Yeah, this is a storytelling thing, so I don't want to do too much. It looks like this is fine because it's just kind of giving you the setup of the game and how to use keywords and action indicators. But just know that all of these are storybooks that are going to give you stories that you are going through, adventures, all right? Let's look at our player boards here, which appear to be dual layer player boards. All right. That is dual layered. All of these are dual layered. And it also looks like actually I get it. I believe this is going to slide into there. That seems to make sense. Character, player, yeah, okay. That's my guess, is that you write your information here, you slide it in there, okay? Because you're able to slide into there if you can make that out. All right. And we've got a screen printed drawstring bag here. We've got our skill book here. Charm. I'm assuming this is not going to be spoilery. Thiefcraft, speechcraft, resistance, introspection, endurance. Okay. Tome of Encounters. I'll look at this off camera, but I believe this is probably something also that I don't want to spoil anything on, but maybe the first page or so won't be spoilerish. But I think you're already getting a glimpse of the amount of material within this box. It is immense, yes. So, yeah, this is, I'm going to show this. It's potentially spoilery, so look away for a moment if you don't want to have any spoilers at all. If you don't care about the very beginning, I'm going to just show you this. This is referencing the first battle at Black Lake Adventure, and you're going to have your kind of your first options, skill checks, things along those lines. So that's enough, I think, to give you an idea of that. We've got some cardboard tokens here. More sheets. Then we've got some custom plastic inserts. All right, so let's just take a quick look. We've got acrylic cubes. All right, I don't think there's really much to see there. Some blue acrylic cubes. Let's take a look at some of these screen printed wooden tokens, which of course they're all turning to the face it's not screen printed. Let me show you some of those. Okay, I think that gives you a good idea of what those are about. Trying to do this in such a way that it won't be difficult to put it back together or to remember where things came from. This is secret. I'm not opening it. How about that? All right. We've got more here. We've got our mini there. Very cool. Again, I am not going to open up all these cards. I'm going to open up a few decks here and there, and all of these that say stop, the discovery deck, I'm not going anywhere near those three. So all of these decks I'm not looking at because they all say stop. They all say that they are a discovery deck. You know that they're there, though. Okay, this is going to look familiar to you if you've played Role Player. These abilities, these class abilities. There's no art on these, so you don't have to spend a lot of time on those, but you get the idea on those. Those were right there. All right, so let's take a look at what we got here. Elf, Orc, Frogkin. Really nice art there. Really nice art. Okay, it looks like some stats there. Some flavor text. Weapons, armor, skills, traits, scrolls. Okay. Take a look at another deck here. I don't think anything here looks to be potentially spoilery, really. Hopefully not. Again, just know that it's possible that some things are being spoiled here. I'm trying to kind of mitigate that if I can, but it's hard to tell. So you got some weapons and armor here we can look at. This art and iconography is going to look very familiar again if you've played Role Player. This looks like it could have almost come right out of Role Player, and I'm sure that's the point. All right. Lots and lots of cards. And I don't know if this is coming across on the camera, but all of the slots are, these are not where these can necessarily go, but they do tell you which cards go there. Skill cards, scroll cards, armor cards, things along those lines. Let's look at some familiars here. And some traits. I'm really liking the art here. It looks wonderful. Here's some traits. Okay. Let's see, why not? I think we've got one more deck in here. These, again, these don't look to be spoilery to me, so I think I'm safe showing these off. Some people don't like that I get as concerned about spoiling things. They're like, go ahead and just show everything and we can figure it out. But I don't know. I'm not going to go out of my way to spoil something. I'll put it to you that way. If I'm making too big a deal of it, I apologize. But I do think that a lot of times games like these have an element of discovery, and I just don't want to spoil that element of discovery if I can help it. All right. So I think that's a very good idea of what the cards look like. Again, these all are discovery cards. I'm not going near those. You like dice? You're getting a lot of dice. Now these are standard D6s in player color, so I'm not going to necessarily show those. I don't know that that's necessary, but here we've got some custom dice, so let's look at those. All right, they're D6s, but they're custom engraved dice. I have no idea what they mean, but that's because I haven't read the rule book. All right, but they are cool. And then it looks like finally we've got some very large cards and some modifiers. I'm not going to open these because it looks like these are just going to be different text cards, okay? These are enemy cards. I'm going to show a couple of these. Okay, I'm going to show this one on the top, the bandits, because they look like they're maybe it says enemy number 1. So I'm going to show you this first enemy card, and then I will likely not show you others. All right, there's some bandits for you. So all I'm really trying to show you here is the layout of the card, the iconography, things along those lines. There are many, many others. Many others that I'm choosing not to show because, again, I don't want to spoil anything potentially. But I think giving you one gives you an idea of what the game is like. And we've got some player aid cards as well. All right, well, look, there's a lot here. This is a big, big game, both physically and I imagine gameplay-wise. That is Role Player Adventures. Thank you for watching another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing.